Welcome back to my channel. Jam here. Hope you're all well and happy. It's been so long since I have posted a vlog, but early on this video we have unboxed the iPhone 14 Pro, which is really exciting. Got it last Thursday and now it's Monday, so I had a little bit of time to play with it and take it out this weekend, and I really wanted to experience it first before giving out my review of the product. So first I'm going to share my thoughts about the design, dynamic island display, and battery, and then we're going to move on to the biggest upgrade of this year, which is the camera. So first let's talk about the design. So the color that I got is the deep purple, which is the newest color of iPhone, and I really like this color. It's the perfect shade of purple. It's like between gray and purple, and it looks very elegant, and it also varies depending on the lighting situation. So if you're outdoors and it's very bright, then you can see a more purple tone, whereas if you're indoors and there's low light situation, then you can see a more gray tone. I have also been contemplating on getting the iPhone 14 Pro Max because I will be using it mainly for content creation or vlogging, but when I went in store, the iPhone 14 Pro Max feels really big for me, and as someone with small hands, I think iPhone 14 Pro is just the perfect size for me. And I also noticed that it's on the heavier side, which I think is a good thing because now it feels more sturdy and also steadier when I'm taking videos. And now let's talk about the display. The display can now reach up to 2000 nits, which is something that I really appreciate, because before, when I used to take videos or photos on my phone, I would have to cover it so that I could see the screen. But now with the 2000 nits, you can stand under direct sunlight and still be able to see what you're recording, which is really cool. And we also have now the always on display. I'm not the biggest fan of the always on display because it drains the battery much faster, and it's also very distracting for someone who've been using the iPhone for years already. It kind of feels like there is a notification that you should check, and it's very distracting if it's just on your table and you're working. So I would just keep this feature off for now. Now let's talk about the battery. I've been hearing a lot of complaints about the iPhone 14 Pro's battery life, but I think it still depends on the user screen time. Like if you work a 9-to-5 job and don't use your phone during work hours, then maybe it could last you a day or two. Of course, it will differ if you're a content creator or vlogger or a creative who takes photos and videos whole day and uses different social media apps to post your content, and that will be very different from someone who's working a 9-to-5 job. And as I have mentioned, one of the main reasons why I got the iPhone 14 Pro is because I really wanted to make content when I don't have my camera with me, which is why I decided to pick up a MagSafe battery pack as soon as I ordered the iPhone 14 Pro to make sure it lasts me all day. So I can just attach it to the back of my phone, it will charge my phone. But so far I haven't had any problems of running out of battery while filming. I have had it last all day, which is already enough for me. Now let's talk about the camera. I think this is one of the easiest decisions that I have made because as soon as I've heard that they have upgraded the camera to 48 megapixels, I know that I really need to get it. Even my vlog camera can only take up to 20.1 megapixels and I'm using the Sony ZV-1. Because you can take now up to 48 megapixels, you can now take photos and crop it and still get a good quality image. The disadvantage that I find using the Pro RAW feature is that it takes longer to take a photo, but I don't really mind because I'm not going to use it all the time. I think I'm just going to use it for traveling when I really wanted to take good photos. To have this feature at the tip of your hands from a device that you use every day, that's really impressive. Last year, I have unboxed the iPhone 13 mini when they have introduced the cinematic feature, and I did say that it's not yet as good as digital cameras, and I still stand by it. The cinematic feature is not yet as seamless as using a DSLR or mirrorless cameras. But again, it is a start and it has so much potential. I can say that it might replace digital cameras because it makes capturing moments so much easier. I have tried using DSLR cameras, mirrorless cameras, and have now been using a compact digital camera, which is the Sony ZV-1, because I really wanted the quality of a DSLR camera and the compactness of an action camera, and my priority was to be able to capture everyday moments because my vlogs are my video diary. But even with the compactness of the Sony ZV-1 camera, after I have started a 9-to-5 job, I find it very exhausting and much of a hassle to set up my camera for vlogging. When I try to vlog, because I set up the camera for too long, tweaking the settings and finding the right angle, I find that it takes away the genuineness of the moment because I'm more focused on getting the perfect shot rather than just being in the moment. So I have been looking for a way to be able to still create content without the hassle. After taking out the iPhone 14 Pro and leaving my camera at home last weekend, I find that I was able to enjoy more moments because the camera software is so good and I don't have to tweak the settings, it just does it for me. Also, the stabilization of this iPhone is insane, it's so good. I haven't used the action mode since I don't do fast activities, but it still is really surprising how far the iPhone's camera has gone. My Sony ZV-1's widest angle is 24mm and crops to 26mm once the active stabilization is on. With it on, you will still have to use a heel-toe method just to get a good looking cinematic shot. And now I can get a one long cinematic shot without doing retakes, and I can also use different focal lengths, including wide angle, without compromising the stabilization of the image. And to think that it's all done through software blows my mind. Now I'm going to share with you how my weekend went. This is all shot in iPhone 14 Pro. I did not apply any LUTs, and this is shot in 1080p because I think 4K is unnecessary for those everyday vloggers, and also shot in 30 FPS and rendered 24 FPS.
If all days, brown eyes, roots in my apartment, and we grew, passed by, plans were sometimes, head on the glass by traffic lights. Thoughts never felt so blind, so we take off in amazing light. Driving circles, growing sick of the weather. Heather gray, fell asleep in my sweatshirt. I leave the world and make a new one together. I tell my mom that I'll be back in November. It's all for the better. Chase that high that you provide. Drive 9-5 to feel alive. Tell my mind to flow like tide, but it's hard. Starlight blur across state lines. Palm outside, face the sky. Another night goes by. I can't describe what you are. You could be the one to make me wanna come through. Feel like being brand new. Over you, over you. You could be the one to make me wanna come through. Feel like being brand new. Over you, over you. Rooftop lights, a new skyline. Lights define Pacific lines. Felt so high, I'm never crashing down. Burn your eyes to pass the time. Hazel tides that we run dry. Another night goes by. I can't describe what I found. You could be the one to make me wanna come through. Feel like being brand new. Over you, over you. You could be the one to make me wanna come through. Feel like being brand new. Over you, over you.
Really hope you enjoy this review, and if you do, please give it a thumbs up and also consider subscribing into my channel. See ya!